Hello and welcome to the classroom. My name is Miss Kathy and this is Sue if you're new here. And every day, Monday through Friday, we do daily learning videos. We have a letter of the day and a theme that relates to that letter. Today's letter of the day is letter F, and F is for fireflies. We're going to make a firefly lantern just like this one. And we're also going to do some adding. We're going to put fireflies in a jar. So let's get started right away. Sue, you can have a seat. Send another kiss out to our friends. And then let's get started with our job. We have to feed our fish Fred every time you come to class. Hi, Fred. F is for Fred. Well, let's turn around and see what day it is. The month is November. And if we reach into our pail, it says we're going to count by rolling our arms today. So stretch out your arms and let's roll as we count. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Today is November 3rd. Can you say today's date? November 3rd. If you want to know what day of the week it is, you have to go up to the top. Today starts with the letter F, which happens to be our letter of the day. Letter F says f, 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 like a firefly blinking on and off. So what day starts with that sound? F, 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 Friday. Today is Friday. Days of the week. 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 There's Sunday and there's Monday, there's Tuesday and there's Wednesday, there's Thursday and there's Friday, and then there's Saturday. Days of the week, days of the week, days of the week, days of the week, days of the week. Well, it's time to look outside the window and see what your weather is like today. Maybe you're having a sunny day. Or maybe it's cloudy or rainy. When I do like this with my microphone, shout out whatever your weather is. What's the weather? What's the weather? What's the weather like today? What's the weather? What's the weather? What's the weather like today? It is out today. It is out today. Well, let's dress Weather Bear. I think we'll put Weather Bear on some long pants for today and a long-sleeved shirt. And what is the season right now? Who remembers the season? It's fall. Another word for fall is autumn. Well, that was our calendar and weather time, and now it's time for our letter of the day. Today's letter is the letter F. Can you say F? F. Do you have a letter F in your name? If your name has letter F, stand up. If your name has letter F, stand up. If your name has letter F, if your name has letter F, if your name has letter F, stand up or swim up. Fred has the letter F. Well, today F is for fireflies, and I decorated my letter F with fireflies, and I drew the fireflies. You could also go to the lesson plan link below and print out some fireflies and glue those to your letter F. We'll also be using those same fireflies for a math activity. So that is letter F. And now that we can recognize it, we'll practice writing it. To write the letter F, we're just going to make a line that goes straight down. Then we're going to go back to the top and we're going to make a line across the top and the middle. That's how you make the big letter F. Let me show you. Start at the top, come straight down, go back to the top, trace the top and trace the middle. Down, across, across. Down, across, across. 1, 2, 3 lines. That's all you need for the big letter F. Now, little letter F looks like a candy cane. Do you like candy canes? I love candy canes. Well, little F looks like one. Let me show you how to draw a candy cane. You're just going to curve around and then straight down. See, it does look like a candy cane. Now we're going to make a line across the middle. Now we turned our candy cane into the little letter F. Let's practice. Let's make a candy cane and then go across. Candy cane, across. Candy cane, and then a line across the middle. Candy cane, across. Candy cane, across. Well, I know you are doing a great job listening and learning and even practicing those letter Fs, so I'm sending you a sticker for your handwriting paper. So now we know what letter F looks like. We know how to write it. So next we'll talk about the sound that letter F makes. Letter F makes this sound. Put your top teeth on your bottom lip and blow, kind of like you're blowing out a candle. Can you make the letter F sound? The hand motion for letter F is this. You can make your hand open and close like a firefly blinking on and off. As in firefly. Well, let's take that sound and let's do some blending with it. If you're not ready for blending, you can skip this part. And there's also a video that helps you to remember all the letter sounds and hand motions. You can look for that on my channel as well. All right, let's see if we can say all the vowels. A, E, I, O, U. A, E, I, O, U. A, E, I, O, U. These are the vowels. Well, we put letter F in front of each of these vowels, and we're going to blend the sounds together. Let's start with A. F says F, and A says A, as in achoo. F, A, fa, 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 as in fan. All right, let's do the next one. E looks like, oh man, E's ear. We talked about E yesterday. F says F, and E says F, fe, fe, like fed. We fed Fred. Next, I looks like an icky sticky lollipop and says I, 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 fi, fi, as in fish. O has a sore throat and goes to the doctor and says ah, fa, as in fog. You ate too many sweet treats and now has a tummy ache and says fa, as in fun. Well, you did a great job blending. And that was our letter time for today. Next, we'll do math. For math today, we're going to be adding some fireflies to our jar. Okay, so let's catch one firefly. And then, oh, I'm going to catch 2 more. How many fireflies are in the jar now? What is 1 plus 2 more? 1, 2, 3. 1 plus 2 more equals 3. Now there are 3 fireflies in my jar. I think I'll catch some more. Gotcha. Gotcha. I caught 2 more fireflies. There were 3, And now there are 2 more. Count all the fireflies in the jar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now there are 5 fireflies in the jar. 3 and 2 more equals 5. Let's catch more fireflies for our jar. There are 5 fireflies in the jar, but I caught one more. How many fireflies are in the jar now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5 plus 1 more firefly equals 6. Now I have 6 fireflies in my jar, but I want to catch some more fireflies. Gotcha. There's one, and gotcha. There's another one. I caught 2 more. How many fireflies are in my jar now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 6 fireflies plus 2 more fireflies equals 8 fireflies. So that's how you can use this resource today for adding. Catch some fireflies. Well, it's time for us to do science, and we're going to be talking about fireflies. Fireflies are insects, and we've talked about insects before. Insects have 3 body parts, 2 antennae, 6 legs. They don't have bones on the inside. They have an exoskeleton, meaning they're hard on the outside. And most insects have wings, and fireflies do have wings. Fireflies can be brown or black with yellow and red marks. Fireflies can create a light. The light can be a warning to predators. Don't eat me, don't eat me. It can scare them away, or it can be a way to communicate. Fireflies can do a series or pattern of blinks to talk to each other. Fireflies don't survive the winter, it's super cold, but their larvae do. They stay buried deep in the ground. They hibernate, just like bears hibernate during the winter time. But when springtime comes, they emerge. Brand new fireflies fill the forest once again. Well, it's time for us to make this firefly lantern, so come on, let's go to the art table and I'll show you how. Okay, so here we are at the art table and we're going to make a firefly lantern. You're going to need 2 pieces of paper, and I recommend one piece being lighter in color than the other piece. This piece will go on the inside of the lantern, and this will be the outside of the lantern. So the first thing I'm going to do is take the inside piece, and I'm going to cut a strip across the top, the long way. This is going to be the handle for my lantern. Okay, so I cut a strip from the top of this piece of paper, as you can see here. Now I'm going to move this out of the way for just a moment, and let's just work on this piece. We're going to put some fireflies. This will be inside the jar or inside the lantern. So you can draw fireflies, and I'll show you how, or you can take the same fireflies we used for our math activity and you could glue those in here. I recommend for little learners just cutting and gluing the fireflies. But if you'd like to draw some fireflies, just make an oval and a line, 2 wings, and 2 antennae. Let's draw some more fireflies or glue some more fireflies if you're using the math paper. Oval, line, 2 wings, and 2 antennae. You want to put lots of fireflies in your jar. Okay, when you think you have enough, the next step is going to be to get our second piece of paper. Okay. Oh, and by the way, if you'd like to, I forgot this step, you can color the ends of the firefly so that it looks like it's lighting up. And if you used a darker piece of paper and your marker won't show up, you could use a white crayon and make it look like it's lighting up. Just color the bottom part with white crayon. Okay, now onto that second piece of paper. So this is going to be the outside of the lantern. We're going to fold it in half. And then we're going to cut on the fold. This is very important. Make sure you're cutting on the part that you folded, almost all the way to the top. You're just going to make slits all the way down. But remember, don't cut the very top. We're going to need to glue that part. Okay, so this is what it looks like. When I open it up, it looks like that. Okay, so the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to get the other piece of paper, the one that has the fireflies, and I'm going to bring it back over. And I'm going to actually glue this on top of this. So put some glue at the top. Take the top of your outer piece and glue it right there to the top. We're going to do the same thing at the bottom. Okay, so go to the bottom of your inside piece, put some glue along the bottom, and you want the bottom of this top piece to match up with the bottom right here of your inside piece. So you may have to kind of curve it. It's going to kind of bump up, and that's what you want. Because we want the two bottoms to be at the same spot. We want them to match up. I'll show you what that looks like from the side. See that? Has a little bump in it. But we want to glue the top and the bottoms together. Now we're going to bring around the two ends. And we're going to glue or tape or even staple these two ends right here together. I recommend tape because if you glue it, you're going to have to hold it a bit because it's going to want to naturally pull away because it's rounded. So it's going to take a little bit of holding to make it stick. So the last thing that you're going to do is get that strip of paper, the one that you cut in the beginning, and you're going to glue it like a handle for your lantern, just like that. Over there and over there. And you're finished. There's your lantern. And you can see that there are some fireflies inside. So here it is. Here's my firefly lantern. You can see the fireflies that I caught inside. Well, I'm going to put that on Fred's shelf, and I'm going to read a story to you next. Our book today is called The Very Lonely Firefly by Eric Carle. As the sun set, a little firefly was born. It stretched its wings and flew off into the darkening sky. It was a lonely firefly, and it flashed its light, searching for other fireflies. The firefly saw a light and flew toward it, but it was not another firefly. It was a light bulb lighting up the night. The firefly saw a light and flew toward it, but it was not another firefly. It was a candle flickering in the night. The firefly saw a light and flew toward it, but it was not another firefly. It was a flashlight shining in the night. The firefly saw a light and flew toward it, but it was not another firefly. It was a lantern glowing in the night. The firefly saw several lights and flew toward them, but they were not other fireflies. They were a dog and a cat and an owl, their eyes reflecting the lights. The firefly saw a light and flew toward it, but it was not another firefly. It was a car's headlights flooding the night. The firefly saw many lights and flew toward them. But they were not other fireflies. They were fireworks sparkling and glittering and shimmering in the night. When all was quiet, the firefly flew through the night, flashing its light, looking and searching again. Then the very lonely firefly found what it had been looking for. A group of fireflies flashing their lights. Now the firefly wasn't lonely anymore. The end. Well, I hope you've had a fun Friday and a fun week, and I hope you'll join me on Monday for some more learning fun. Have a great weekend, everybody. Goodbye.